Chennappa, will not talk only. Okay. So last we have seen this one. Synchronized methods. How to write it? The synchronized methods. Synchronized void print and code. Now let us see this one. And this also we have seen. The synchronized statement should be like this. This I've explained it. General syntax is nothing but object reference expression. That is nothing but the code block on this one. So synchronized block can be used to perform the synchronization of any specific resources of the method. Suppose you have 50 lines of the code in your method, but you want to synchronize it only 5 lines. But you can use synchronized block. That's what I told you yesterday. This also synchronized block is used to lock an object for any shared resources. So synchronized is using for the uh, to locking purpose. So they can block any particular block. Suppose scope of the synchronized block is smaller than the method. So synchronized, because in a method we are using only particular lines. That is the reason this is lesser than the method. So synchronized block is used to lock an object for any shared resources. Now, just one example program I have done it here. Class bank we have taken. So initially we have taken 0. So we have written the constructor here bank. Bank dot balance is equal to 100. So constructor initialization is nothing but initial amount should be 100. Suppose now I want to withdraw the amount. So system dot out dot println withdrawal amount. You will be writing the amount from the main program how much you want to withdraw that one. So synchronized here I want to synchronize this one. So balance minus amount is less than 0. So bank balance is 100. Suppose if I'm entering amount is 500, 100 minus 500 that should be less than 0. So system.out.println balance not enough, cannot withdraw the money. So that is what the message will be displayed. So otherwise, suppose if you are having more amount, suppose the bank balance is 1000 rupees. If I am withdrawing this one, so what will happen? 1000 minus 500. So 500 balance will be there. That value will be stored here. So already we have done lab program also this. So but how to utilize the synchronize? So if you have the code in a particular method, I can use only for the particular lines bank balance. So these also how to use the resources for this, the way of utilization. That is what the way of one example. So now let us go for the other one. So this is the end of the chapter. This is the last one. So thread communication using notify, wait, and notify all. So these three definitions, if you learn it, this chapter will get over. So now let us see how it will work. Wait, notify all. Before going for that, inter-thread communication or cooperation is all about allowing the synchronization. So either you go for thread or internal thread or cooperation, whatever it may be, all these things will come under the synchronization. So synchronization, you know that how it will be synchronized. So next is cooperation is nothing but inter-thread communication is a mechanism in which a thread is passed running in its critical section and another thread is allowing to enter in the same critical section. Normally critical section is not, when it is executing that it will not allow in here some other method to execute. In this case what will happen, suppose the cooperation is nothing but what will happen, inter-thread communication is nothing but even though critical section is executing, so it allow one thread to execute in a method. So critical section, even though if it is available, so cooperation, based on the cooperation, even though if it is locked, it will be sharing. That is what this one. Cooperation inter-thread communication is a mechanism in which a thread is passed running in its the critical section. So already in which you have passed the critical section, and another thread is allowed to enter in the same critical section to be executed. So now allowing synchronized threads to communicate with each other. So implemented by the following. So all these things, these three. So either inter-thread communication or cooperation or using the critical section, whether it is locking or not, all these things. So how you are using these three methods. So implement the following methods of the object class. So wait, what it reflect to the for the object class. Notify, how it will be reflecting for the object class. Notify all, so how it will be reflected. So now let us see one by one how it will be working for this. So wait. So wait is nothing but what already you know that we have used the wait some of the programs. Sleep. So like the similar way here also. So it causes the current thread to wait until either the another thread invokes. So wait is nothing but what? So when the current thread, it causes the current thread to wait until the either another thread invokes. So whether it will be waiting the current thread. So till the another thread will be ready to execute. So that is what the first statement. It causes the current thread to wait until either another thread invokes. So till invoking the another thread, this will be waiting. Current thread will be waiting. That is what the waiting statement first one. Next one is it must be called from synchronized context. This one will be calling from the synchronized context. So from the block or method, it means before wait method is called. So it must be synchronized means, so you have to call before the this one wait method, you have to call it, then only it will be synchronized. So that is what the one way of synchronization. Now is nothing but syntax is how it will be working is public final void method throws interrupted exception. So public void final method is nothing but throws the interrupted exception. So that is what the first point. So second one is nothing but the way how it will working. We'll see it. So second one is nothing but syntax how it will be working. So public final void main long timeout throws the interrupt exception. So it will be waiting. If another thread is not taking to execute, so then also it will be exceptional. So that is what throws the interrupted exception. So you have to write the exceptions for them. So thread, how much time you will waiting, because it will see some of the times it will be waiting. So more time, no need to wait it. So in that case, interrupt exception is write it. Suppose if another thread is not running, so our exception will be working and it will be coming out of the program. So another one is called the notify. Notify is nothing but wakes up a single thread that is waiting on the object monitor. So wake up a single thread. So it will be waking up the single thread that waiting on this object monitor. So that is what the first one. And syntax is nothing but public final void notify. Here is public final void wait. Here is public final void notify. So another one is notify all. Syntaxes easily can remember. So one is called the public void wait, public void notify all. Another one is called the public void notify. So one is called the wait, another one is called the notify, another one is called the notify all. So same manner, the same syntaxes will be writing public final void. First one is called the wait, another one is called the notify, another one is called the notify all. So this is what the way of writing the wait, notify all. So all these things we have executed producer consumer concept. So there we have used these concepts. There already I told you how it will be working synchronized and how it will be, what is the use for the wait and notify all notify functions. So there we have utilized this one. So examination, you have to write this explanation and producer consumer concepts. If you write it laboratory program, will be working for the wait, notify all. All these things will be working. So now suspend and resuming the stopping threads. So how can you suspend particular thread, or how can you stop that one? How can you resume it? So now let us see, the suspend is nothing but time being you wait it. So suspend. So when the thread is executing, you will be saying that suspend. Suspend is nothing but you wait some time. So for example, for example, one student is misbehaving in the class. So finally, department will say suspend 1 week. So that is not, the meaning is nothing but what? You are suspended time being, you are not allowed to do your job, but later you do it. So after 1 week, you are allowed to do, or you are allowed to attend the examination or classes or whatever it may. But small punishment will be given. You are suspended for 1 week of the classes. Now here also, when thread is running or when the method is executing, you can say either suspend or resume is nothing but you will be saying the restart the work. So you resume, you start the work. So stop is nothing but you stop it, that particular thread. No need to execute. You will be permanently stopping that one. So that is what these three, suspending and resuming and stopping threads. These are just, we should know the meaning for this. One is called the suspend is nothing but when the thread is running, you will be saying suspend sometime. That is what the first one. So another one is nothing but resume is nothing but start the work. Start the work once again. So you will be saying, for example, one thread is you have suspended something. Then you are telling resume, you stop that, you start that work. Another one is called the stop, you stop the particular thread to execute. So now the syntax is nothing but final void suspend. Another one is called the final void resume. Another one is called the final void stop. These three will be writing in the synchronization. One is called the final void suspend, another one is called the void, how it will be resume, how it will be stop. Now let us see one by one how it will be working. Suspend. So when the method is puts threads in suspend state, so when you are putting into the suspend state and can be resumed using the resume method. So now till you send the signal to resume, then till that thread will be suspended state. Suppose if you are sending the signal to suspend, so the statement can be resumed using the resume method only. So once you suspended, so that one you will be, when you are giving the signal to resume method, then it will be working that one particular thread. That is what the resume. Suspend. So now we'll go for the resume. Resume is nothing but what? The method resume your thread which was suspended using the suspend method. So when it will be resuming this, so when the method is suspended using the suspend method, this function it will, then it will invoke the resume method. Next stop is nothing but what? The method stops a thread completely. That method you are stopping. That is nothing but the come out of the particular thread. Stop it. No need to execute the program. Like a break, so come out of the current loop. Exit, come out of the program. So now here is stop is nothing but come out of the thread, not come out of the program. That is what the differences I told you. Break is nothing but what? Come out of the current loop. The similarly stop is nothing but come out of the current thread. So the method stops the thread completely once thread been stopped it. So cannot be restarted using the resume method. So only suspend if you give it, then you, using the resume method can be restarted. Suppose if you give stop, so using resume method cannot be stopped here. So that's what I told you. You might have seen it. Some of the student, if they do unbearable mistakes, that is what they are removing from the college. So small mistakes, suspend 1 week classes. Suppose if you are writing examination, so some cases they will be suspending for one exam. So sometimes suspending for semester examination, sometimes 1 year. So that is what the punishment. So another one is called, suppose the MCA duration is nothing but 5 years, you have to complete it. Suppose if you are not able to complete it, that totally not valid. So we cannot take that example. So if the blunder mistake is there, suppose if they remove from the college, so they cannot take once again that particular student admission. Here, resume is nothing but what? When the method is thread is suspended state, then can be resumed using the resume method. So using the resume, suspending is nothing but using the resume, you can start it. Suppose resume is there, resume function is nothing but what? This function will be starting, that means thread is allowing thread to execute when it was suspended using the suspend method. So when it is suspended that method using the resume, you can start that particular thread. Stop is nothing but completely you stop the thread execution. So that thread will be not be executing later stages. So using resume, you cannot start that particular thread. So you have to come out of that particular thread. The remaining execution will be stopping. So that's what I told you. Break is nothing but what? Come out of the current loop. Exit is nothing but come out of the current program. The similarly here, like stop is nothing but come out of the current thread, that particular thread. So using resume, we cannot do it. So now let us go for the example here. Program will be synchronization method and synchronization blocks. Now we'll go for the example here. Synchronized void printable print table. So we have taken the method is called the print table int n. So for example, I want to write the multiplication table of something. So I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus system dot out dot println. What for example, if I print 5, 5 into 1, 5. Second one is 5 into 2, 10. So that means the values will be displayed 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. So up to 5. So 25 will be printed. So now here is thread dot slip. So catch exception system dot out dot println. So suppose when this is go something wrong, then this will be executing. For example, if I give some of the character instead of integer, so what will happen? Mismatch for that. So execution will be the exception will be executing come out of the program. That is what one. Another one is called the class myThread extends the thread. Table T is equal to myThread of table T. So this dot T is equal to T. So whenever you are passing that value for current object values will be taken care for this. Now public void run. So that is nothing but the this one synchronize table. So T dot printable print table. T dot print table is nothing but this one. So void run instead of writing code here, they have written here the code. So here when you are calling this t1 dot start, so it will come here. Then you are calling one more method, so that method will be running here. Next is class myThread2. Here you have taken two threads and extends the thread. Table T here you have taken myThread2 is equal to table T. This dot T is equal to T. So now public void run T dot printable 100. So here you are passing 5, here you are passing 100. So 100 is nothing but what? 100 into 1, 100, 100 into 2, 200, 300, 400, and 500, 500 will be printing. So now this is what the two threads. Now for this, how to write the synchronization and main program? Let us see here. Class thread synchronization you have taken. Now public static void main string arguments you have taken here. So now table object is equal to new table of object. So only one object is created. Now we'll go for this is nothing but the for main class, that is nothing but the table. So now we'll go for the threads. So my thread T1 is equal to new thread of object, that particular object, because for one main class you have created object, for that you are creating the one thread. Now the second thread is nothing but my thread 2 is equal to T2 new thread of the object. So now T1 dot start is nothing but that is nothing but the my thread 1. My thread 1 is nothing but this one will be executed, that is nothing but the fifth multiplication table. So another one is nothing but when you are going for the second one, my thread 2 is equal to a new my thread of 2, that is nothing but the here. So when you are going for the second thread, I am passing the 100 value. 100 is nothing but, then it will go to the particular method, and this is nothing but this one. So these were the way of working the functions. Now synchronized block is nothing but class table T void print table int n synchronized dot this, that is nothing but the synchronized block. For I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus system dot out dot println. So thread dot sleep. So catch exception E system dot out dot println. So this is what one more synchronized program. So now for this we have given notify all is nothing but consumer lab programs. We have done it. So that example you can write for this. So no need to learn one more example here. So this was the synchronization. This is what the end of the fourth unit. So now let us see the question paper what they asked in the fourth unit. So now I'll share that. What is the question paper? 1 second, I'll show you. So up to third module, we had discussed the question paper. Question paper is visible? Question paper is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now see here, fourth unit. What is an exception? Explain the exception handling mechanism with the suitable example. So what is the exception? So when you are getting the runtime errors, you can find out here only. So instead of suppose if I have to enter the integers, but I have entered characters unknowingly. So all these exceptions you can do it here itself, runtime. So we don't have any options to control when you are running the programs. So that is the reason exceptions you write it. So that if something goes wrong, it will display the message again. Once again, you can go to the, you can give the input values and we can continue. So that is what the exception handling mechanism is suitable example. So we have learned it examples, many examples. You can write it any one of the example. Next, how to create your own exceptions given the example. So how you can write it your own examples and how what message you want to display it. So you can write it that one. That is what the 10, 10, 20 marks. Another one is define your thread and multi-threading. What are the two ways of creating the threads? So threads, we have written how to create the two ways of the threads. So how to create the one is object, one is passing the parameters. You can write it. That is what the 10 marks. Another one is called write a Java program using synchronized threads which demonstrate producer consumer. Same question, same problem they've asked. See here. Same problem they have asked. So now you see up to fourth unit we have completed. So eighth question, ninth question, you can see here one is called the thread multi-threading. Another one is called synchronized block. Another one is called the here is module 4. One is called the exception. Another one is called the exception handling. One more is explain how to create your own exceptions and give an examples. So eighth question is nothing but define thread and multi-threading. So whether we have done it or not, fourth unit, whether all questions covered or not,
Covered, sir.
Huh?
Covered, sir.
Covered. So notes also you have got it. So you have to read that sum. So now third unit also we have done it already. So already I read it. This one. Define package. Explain the creation of the packages and importing the packages within examples. So you can write any laboratory programs only. You can write it the package for the how to create the package on this one. Now how superclass is constructed. Methods are called in Java with an example. So superclass also I told you how it will be working. You can write it that one also. Next is define interface. Interface. Next, how to implement multiple interface in Java. This also we have done it. Next one is explain the following: dynamic method dispatch and abstract classes. This also we have done it. Next is what do you mean by static import? So static methods also static import when you have to import that also how to. So these were the module 3 and module 4. So now test 3 already I have prepared the question paper except the multi-threading. Multi-threading will give multi-threading and fifth unit will give the third test. So second test is nothing but third unit full. First unit is nothing but only exception handling. Threads have not given it multi-threading synchronization that will use in the third test. Otherwise syllabus will be very less. Now this is what the syllabus for the 4 units. So you can see any old question papers. If anything is left out, you can ask me. So 16 syllabus, sorry, 18 syllabus. So before that, maybe sometimes syllabus change, all these things will be there. 16 also okay, I hope, same thing only. So that also you can see it. So this is what your syllabus. So now please let me know if you have any problems in this chapter. Any topic, if you have problems, I'll tell you. So once again, I'll share you that. Okay. So any doubt now? Fourth unit. Fourth unit. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Huh?
No, sir.
Okay. So now for test, if you have any problems, you can ask me. Sorry, preparing. How is your preparations
It's going on, sir.
going on? Okay. Uh, then what else? Chitra left already. Okay. So tomorrow afternoon 1:45 class. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So now I'll stop the class. Then we'll continue tomorrow.